just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Go ahead, please.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. No help.
Good morning, Take.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Awesome.
You are? Doesn't seem awesome. Seems like you've had a rough morning so far.
Nobody needs to know how my last 25 minutes was spent. But no big deal. I was just locked out,
yeah.
but I made it home.
You already told me, so I do know.
Well, you told everybody else. So everybody knows I was locked out.
But he's in now, so it's all good.
Yep, forgot my keys. It's because, you know what happened is I went to sleep so early last night, and I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning, or even earlier. I started working on stuff. I posted a short, and I went to the store, and then I was in my car working again, and I was doing a little studying, and it was like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I'm falling asleep again. So I went upstairs and laid down, and I was in dead sleep until about, I don't know, 40 minutes ago. And then I went outside, and I forgot everything. I was like sleepwalking. So,
Gosh.
but I'm better now. I'm here.
And you still feel like out of it?
I still sound out of it?
No, do you feel out of it?
No, I feel fine.
Oh, okay, great.
I'm ready to,
You ready to rock and roll?
well, no, I'm ready to go back to sleep. But, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, how was your day yesterday? Thank you, Liz. And KDA, thank you guys so much this morning for renewing your memberships and supporting the show. Really appreciate it. How was your day?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I made some calls. They're all in today's video, so they're all brand new. Not a lot of cursing. It was just driving them crazy with trying to get money back because my girlfriend who ran away with Samir bought me tickets to the puppet show. And what the hell am I going to do with 2 tickets to the puppet show? So
that's a good question.
Every call was about puppets yesterday. What?
So that's a very valid question.
Right. And it was just, goofiness yesterday, and I did mess with the fake Bank of America because they're always idiots and don't block. But there's so many people working there. I kept getting new people. I didn't record any of the calls, but I messed with them for about an hour. I hate that scam. I hate those people. I mean, I hate them all. But I hate when I see like an SSA or a Bank of America, and it's like you call and the call center is so loud. Like
Yeah,
there's so many people doing it.
Yeah, I hate that too because it's very scary that someone's going to get scammed.
Right. And I did keep a girl busy for, I don't know, 5 minutes. But when she found out I was twice her age, she kind of got mad at me and hung up, which was stupid because I wasn't even going that direction. I was trying to have a conversation about Hindi and stuff. And she asked me my age and I was honest. And she said, "Oh, that's too old. Bye." But then I did call back like 5 more times and got her after calling the whole line like 50 times. I did get her in the cycle, and I was pretty mean in my regular self.
And you found out you had a fan club?
I did see something about that. I have not checked Discord. I did see something pop up like on my phone where you can read like half the message, but I haven't looked into any of that. But
So what is this fan club and how do we join?
well, I don't know. I have to. Right now, I look pretty rude because I have not checked Discord. I'm assuming that's where it all is, or read too many like Instagram messages all the way through.
Maybe did you go viral overnight? Let's check your channel.
No. If that means losing about 6 subs, yeah, then I'm viral. Then I'm viral overnight. But yesterday's video that I put out is my worst one. You know, you were explaining that. I was like, what does it mean when it says like 1 through 10?
Yeah.
So it remained in the 9. So out of the last 10 videos, that means this is the ninth place, right?
Yeah, you have it set for the last 28 days or?
I guess so, yeah. It always defaults to that.
Okay.
So does that mean in the last 28 days, this video would rank 9th out of my 10 videos?
Yeah, 9th out of top 10. It's not really
That's
out
so
of
weird.
10 videos.
I mean, I have videos that I put out in the last month that I'm like, I don't know if I want to release it. I don't really like it. And then those do 100% better than the one I had yesterday, which I thought was okay. But I guess you never know.
Morning, Manuel.
I'm not watching chat, so I'll just listen to CJ. Good morning, Manuel.
Hey, does anybody in the chat that have YouTube channels, do they watch that 1 through 10 thing? Because I saw online that, so what it is, if anyone does have YouTube channels, is YouTube just shows you in the YouTube studio, like, how your video's ranked, and it's not necessarily ones you released. It's just, it can be old ones too, but like what your top video was in the last 28 days based on views, I guess. I think it's based solely on views, isn't it? Or is it based on views and like how many times people clicked on it?
Yeah, I think it's like a combination of like impressions and views and all that stuff. But I mean, I'm not monetized, so I don't really, besides wanting more people to see it, that's my only real reason for caring.
Yeah.
It's not like, I need a ton of views to get, money, which, I mean, it's no secret. You're not really making that much money if you're only getting 1,000 or 2,000 views on a video anyway, right?
Right.
So I'm not really worried about that. It's more of, it's cool to put out a video. And I remember when we were new and we would be happy if we had 50 views or 100 views. And then, just to build it up, to grow. So it's good that, it's nice to get 1,000 views in 3 days. That's how I look at it. So I guess either this didn't get promoted the right way or a lot of people didn't like it, or I guess they would still click on it though. So maybe it just didn't get out to enough people, right?
Yeah, it's a YouTube thing. Because I didn't even know you put out a video yesterday. Although I was very busy yesterday, I didn't even, I wasn't I didn't watch any videos of anybody yesterday. I didn't really open my YouTube, but I didn't know you put out a video yesterday. And Mohawk said they did it. He or she didn't know either.
Yeah, Mohawk always is one of those awesome people that we just collaborate, like either on like a Discord, and we're in the same circle with like trying to beat up scammers. So yeah, if Mohawk didn't see it or comment, then I know it just didn't go out to everybody, and that's fine. I mean, I've had a good run for a couple days, and then I put out one that didn't do as well, but I'll keep posting, you know.
To be honest, I'm just excited that I get up every day and my YouTube channel hasn't been taken down, so I'm not complaining.
I don't. Why would yours get taken down? Well, I guess crazier things have happened, right? Like
all kinds of people have their channels taken down for no reason, like Wenjo.
Right. Right, and then you got idiots like me that can just curse like from the 30-second, from 3 seconds in, and you know, have goofy nonsense, and I'll still survive.
Yeah.
It's just a sick world, but I don't think that's in your future, and hopefully it's not in mine either.
No, hopefully not. Manuel said he watched your video yesterday. Manuel, did you like it? You can type it in chat. He's not watching.
Well, I don't think he's. I think he's too much of a friend now, where he's going to say it's bad. But
real friends tell the truth.
Yeah, but privately.
True. Totally agree. Privately.
Right.
And wasn't it you that sent me that news article yesterday, or was that somebody else?
What was the news article about Pornhub?
Yeah, and also about the suicide.
I don't think so. But it sounds like an interesting article, though. But yeah, I don't think I sent you anything yesterday.
Oh.
Did I?
Well, I don't know who that came from. But anyway, it's not interesting. It's horrible. Let me just tell you exactly what it says so I don't mess it up by paraphrasing. Hold on, coming. Looking. 92-year-old lost $85,000 to fraud out of Calcutta and then committed suicide.
That was not an article that I read because normally when I hit them with knowledge that they're killing people, and I mentioned that in a video, a lot of people comment and say, well, where did you see that? And I'm like, it's true. People do commit suicide because of these idiots. And that's the proof right there. And that's not the only article out there. And there's tons of other stuff that's not even reported. When people lose their life savings and they're fragile already, that's just the gun. I mean, that's, you know, they're leading them to their decision. So it's very sad. And as much as I hate that article, I'm glad you found it because there needs to be more awareness of how damaging this is to people.
Yep, well, you can, this is from the Times of India from April 5th. So you can tell them to look at that paper and they should see it because it was in their own paper. It's not even a U.S. paper.
And, you know, there's so many times I do have conversations with them and I'm like, there was just a big raid in Kolkata or in New Delhi, Noida, and they don't understand anything. And I'm like, are you reading the Telegraph? Are you reading the newspaper? And or even on Google? And a lot of them, they're not. And this is not the ones that are calling me names and we're going back and forth. These are the ones I'm having conversations with on a more serious note. And they don't read the paper or know any of this. So,
well, this apparently
I don't know if it's going to make a difference anyway. A lot of the people have no heart. 90% of the people we talk to, even more than that, probably close to 100, don't seem to have remorse. At least that's what they're saying. So,
well, this happened. I'm not exactly sure when it happened, but because it doesn't say the date that she got scammed. But I think maybe in January. Okay, maybe around January. So this lady, and I'm not sure when she passed away either, because it doesn't really say. But then what happened was the FBI informed Kolkata police through CBI. CBI started investigating, and they did arrest Shazan Ali Hodder, a resident of Kolkata, and 2 other people for this particular incident with this lady. And then February, she must have done it, maybe it happened toward the end of January, and then in February is when she passed away. And they got some more information about some other victims, but they did arrest some people in this. Of course, we don't know what happened, but if they're putting it in the paper, they're probably not trying too hard to cover it up, because usually when they put it in the paper, when it's not in the paper, it's getting covered up. You know what I mean? By the police and stuff. Unless some journalist just happens to have some insight. So the people were responsible.
Well, you're also saying America is involved, right? Like the FBI was actually able to do something.
Yeah, the FBI informed Kolkata police through the CBI, which is like, I guess, the Cyber Bureau of Investigation.
This was recently then. This was April.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
I don't have my calculator, but we're in April right now, right?
Yeah, thank you, Biggest, for the super chat. Peter, if you're listening, can you type in chat, like, if you heard any of this, and the CBI is the Cyber Bureau of Investigation, right? Like for cyber crimes.
What was the date? Yeah, I think you're right. What was the date?
So it says that February 11th is when. It's very confusing. It's hard to read the article and see. I'm just, from the article, the way that it's written, it seems like, because it's not like plain, that maybe this happened around the end of January and then she passed away maybe in February, because it says February 11th, the U.S. gave some statements about it, and the accused were charged. So they were charged on the February 11th. Is when they were charged.
Right. But it's this year. I just wanted to make sure you didn't like find an old article or somebody sent you an old article. Not your fault. But
no, the article date. The article date is April 5th. It says right at the top, 2023.
And that's today.
No,
right?
Yesterday. Today's the 6th.
Oh, I don't have my calculator. My fault. So it's so sad. But I'm happy in a way that I never hear about America or FBI getting involved in working with the police over there. So maybe it's turning, and maybe it's been happening more and we just don't know about it because they don't promote it. But maybe this is going to lead to harder times for these thugs. Right. So maybe this was the wake up call. This is the catalyst that they need, and maybe they were already on it, but maybe not. Maybe this is kind of just the catalyst of what's to come. So maybe this lights a fire underneath the FBI, and they start taking this a little bit more serious. And maybe they have been. I don't know, and none of us do, but we don't really hear a lot about things being done over there where they're being held accountable. So these people got arrested they tracked them, they scammed her out of $85,000, and they tracked the people that did it, and they were arrested. And now they know that what they did led to somebody's death, and they're going to have to live with that for the rest of their life. No matter how much jail time they get, they have to live with that.
Hopefully they care, because I have a feeling they don't.
Maybe they don't at the moment, and then later on they say, I can't believe I was so stupid and I was an evil person. You never know. But all you can do is hold them accountable and make them think about their actions.
Yeah, and
hopefully it's a harsh sentence. But
Yeah.
We all know how it goes.
And the wife, the victim that ended her life, got a. Wait, sorry, it's not a woman, it's a man. It's a man that ended his life. And he recorded some kind of last statement. Like, it just says he recorded a last statement, and they have his diary entries, and they also have his death certificate in the Indian police. So they have all that evidence, and they're going to put some kind of charge on there for the suicide, is what it says. Sorry, it's really hard to read. Like, the way the article is written, it's like, I'm not used to it. It kind of looks disorganized, so I'm trying to figure out what it's even talking about, because there's, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but it's probably just the way they write stuff over there.
I mean, then, you got the main part of it, yeah. So I wouldn't kill yourself looking for other types of details, but if we can ever decipher that, great. But it's just a sad thing, and it's also, like I said, silver lining that I never hear about cases like this where America's involved. And I'm tired of getting all these alerts on my phone with these articles that said, about scams, and I'm like, that's what we've been saying for how many years? So, and there's these articles are coming out like it's the first time it's happening. So people are reporting it, which is good, but I mean, every day I get new articles now to my Google. These scams are popular. These people, they pretend like they're Amazon, and I'm like, man, you're a couple years old. You're like 10 years behind, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, and
I do think that there's more awareness now.
Yeah, for sure. And the article also said that it was a Microsoft type, I'm assuming, type of pop-up scam, and that they before that each employee underwent language and voice training at the office before they started making calls.
Yeah, it's always like we always say, those Microsoft scams are big.
Yeah.
Sure. Like, I mean, those people can clear anything out within a second, and then it's gone, and then they can't contact the number because the number goes down, or they block them, and then the person's confused, probably not very tech savvy to begin with. Yeah.
Sure.
So sad.
Hi, Shaka Cat.
And like, I'll talk to these people. Like, a lot of the stuff's not recorded, but because it's not entertaining. But I do talk to some of these people, and it's like you're talking to just like somebody sometimes. Like, I was talking to like a 20-year-old girl a couple weeks ago, and she was perfect English, and it's all fun and games, and she's just working there, and she's going to say, "Oh, I'm just helping people," and she knows she's not. But it's just, she can be the one who's responsible for a situation like this. And I don't think she really has thought it through, that it's a terrible thing that what she's doing to people.
Right. For sure. By the way, I got a number yesterday to my email. Let me just see if it's still working real quick. It's a Norton. No, not working. That's good, but also it shows how they're really only up for like one day when you get a message, It's
what? What do you mean you got a message?
Like, I got an email from a scam email, but the number's already down, and it was just from yesterday.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm always thinking those. I do see them where it's like somebody posts on the scammer boards where it's like, this number is still up, it needs to go down, and I'm surprised that it's the same PayPal idiots that have been doing it for 3 days. But normally, I find that those PayPal numbers and Norton and Geek Squad are dead after 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Generally, the people do a great job. they post the number and, 50 people keep calling them, annoying them, and then they shut it down. And then what they have to do is they have to put out a whole new email campaign because that number was in an email. So I think all of the baiters that keep calling them, wasting their time and just yelling at them, they have to shut the number down. And that's a good thing because then people, before they open their email, the number's down.
And I also got one from PayPal yesterday. It was a busy day in my world. Too bad I was busy with stupid real work. Not that this isn't real work, but you know what I mean. Like work where I have to be somewhere at a certain time. Let me try this one. This is PayPal. And it's for Bitcoin, an amount of $342. Ringing. I think they're going to answer. Yeah, Mohawk, they've definitely improved. Mohawk said that text now is quick at closing numbers down. I think it's really improved since me and you started, don't you think? Remember how this same text now used to be up for like forever? And now they're getting shut down more. Okay, I guess they're not answering. But it still rang a little, so we can maybe try it again later.
Yeah, maybe they're locked out.
Yeah, exactly.
It does happen.
Yep. Definitely. But yeah, that's very sad. So obviously, I don't know how y'all feel, but it's definitely gives me motivation to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, and it should. I mean, it's also good motivation that, I mean, a lot of times people get into this for the wrong reasons and they're only here for, 5 months or whatever. And they put out some videos and they're either not entertaining or they are entertaining, and people, whatever the reason, they're not growing like they thought they would. And that, I mean, it's a terrible reason to get into this. Get into it because you want to make a difference and waste their time. And if people like your stuff and watch it, great. And then just keep spreading awareness. But it's also motivating to the people that give up on this to say, oh, I'm not making a difference. I just keep doing this, and these places are still growing. But trust me, one person stops calling and they called 50 times a day, they probably saved hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right.
Saved victims. I mean, they could have been the one who saved somebody from taking their own life.
Right.
So people should not give up. It's a war, and it's going to take time, but I think little by little progress is being made.
Yep. I agree.
Anybody can hear we all love to hear when the scammers curse and rage. And I love that. I mean, that's gold to me. When I call and the scammer immediately picks up the phone and tells me, curses at me in Hindi and doesn't even know me, or is saying things about my mom or whatever, that's a testament to everyone else who's called. I didn't do that, but I'm very happy that they're that triggered. People like to hear that, and they're mad because they're frustrated.
Yeah.
They can get a victim. They wasted hours of their day.
The other thing that was going around yesterday that I saw was there's an email going around from noreply@youtube.com, and it has in there a document. It says like your YouTube account is compromised. Click, and then it has a link to fix it. And when you click that, it downloads some kind of document or something like that into your device. But it's a lot of people are falling for it because the email that it came from is no reply at youtube.com.
I don't respond to anything anymore because you have to be a little paranoid. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody's sending me a legit email and I don't respond, my excuse is, well, I thought it was a scammer.
Yeah.
I'm late on a bill. I thought you guys were scammers. I'm so sorry. I'll pay now. But that's just my excuse for everything. Thought you were a scammer. But you really can't click on anything anymore. The text messages, especially emails like that, it's just getting to the point where you just have to be so safe.
Yeah.
And even then you're at risk. But I'm afraid to do anything. I very rarely look at my email, or I won't click on a number. I got nervous the other day because I was on my phone and something comes through the text now. It's one of those PayPal scams. Mm-hmm. And they text you from a number, but then in the body of the text it says, please call this number if you didn't make this charge. And it's the number, and I'm thinking I can just click on the number and then call from there rather than actually dial the number. And I clicked on it for a second, and then I was like, oh, what did I just do? I clicked on a number. Usually I'm okay, but I still want to be that extra careful never to click on the number link that they send you, because you never know.
Yeah. That's so true. And the other thing about that suicide that makes me think is like to remember to stay focused on the victims, not on scam baiting. There's a lot, scam baiting has been going on for several years. It's growing. There's getting to be more and more, like everything else, politics in it, where some people say don't do this, some people say don't do that, or only certain people can talk to victims, only certain people can do this. We just need to stay focused on saving people, because that's all that matters. It doesn't matter, about scam baiting politics and this person might already have this hack, so you shouldn't do this or whatever. Just focus on what's best for people. Of course, know the laws as well. There's some scam baiters that don't want to break any laws, and there's other ones that know which ones to break. And that it's up to each person for them to make their own decision about what laws they want to break or not break. It's up to them to know the law and figure that out. We just need to focus on victims, not on scam baiting politics and this and this and this and this. That's just my opinion. Let's just save people before they commit suicide. You know what I mean? That's all I'm focused on. So if every scam baiter out there doesn't like what I'm doing, I don't give a fuck. I just want to save people. So, and I hope that everyone else, I encourage everyone else to focus on that too, spreading awareness, helping victims, and not falling for, there's just, more and more scam baiting politics. So just, remember that scam baiting is vigilante. It's vigilante because the government is not doing what they're supposed to do. So there's no rules when you're being a vigilante. There's laws you don't want to break that you need to know. But there's no rules, and anyone that's making rules, they're just making it up on their own. It's not any rules that have to be followed. There's no scam baiting experts or textbooks or anything like that. So everyone just stay focused on victims is my main point. If someone in the scam baiting world is telling you not to do something or to do something, research it yourself, learn the laws yourself, and decide what you think is best for victims. And that's my personal advice, that I'm telling you not to follow other people's advice.
Well,
but I
won't comment, but I do agree with what you're saying.
I just want to see people saved is all. I mean, I would seriously hate for someone to commit suicide because nobody told the victim they were being scammed because of some thing that somebody else told them or whatever. So.
Well, if you listen to some of these baiters, I mean, nobody should be ever talking to a victim unless you get a fucking training manual. Right. I mean, how many victims did I save the other day when we were calling them? I didn't say, oh, I can't stop you from getting scammed. I don't have my manual. I see somebody getting scammed. I'm going to tell them, hang up the fucking phone. These people are not from Amazon.
Yes.
Amen. That's it. Period.
Yeah.
I don't, and if you don't like it, then don't watch me. But I'm not going to sit there and let somebody get scammed because I didn't read a training manual on how to save a victim.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
with that said, there's people that shouldn't be calling victims sometimes if they don't have it in their heart and they're going to yell at somebody. You know, you don't want to ever blame a victim, and you have to understand that the victim is just got off the phone with people and they're disoriented. So you want to come at them with kindness and understanding. But when you only have a second with them losing their life savings, you don't have time to choose your words. All I'm going to do is saying, hang up the phone. These people are scammers.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah. And I mean, I do agree, but at the same time, like, okay, let's say someone is harsh and rude or whatever. Did the person still get saved? You can't. There's very few cases you could make it any worse, no matter how you say it. You know what I mean? Like calling them and telling them, ma'am, it's a scam, and you sound harsh. Okay, maybe it might not help, but it could help, and it's better than nothing because they're already getting scammed. You know what I mean? So go for it.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't. Of course, if they hear somebody using the F word, they're going to be like, okay, that's not professional. These aren't really Amazon people. But I'd never really said that angrily to somebody in the middle of a scam. You heard me. But I will say these people are not from who they say they are. Please hang up. But it's that part is easy, you know, like where we can be unprofessional, whatever. Somebody says, okay, that's what am I talking about? These people are not from Amazon. Good. We did our job. It's the people that you call after the fact that have already been scammed and you want to tell them that they've been scammed. That needs a little bit of very special type of compassion. You know, they've just lost their money. You're trying to tell them this. You need to come at them with some understanding and very kind words because they're very disoriented and they just did a very foolish thing. They're probably a little embarrassed and you want to just be there for them. That I can understand. And unfortunately, people probably do need some training on ethics and compassion and feeling for one another and putting yourself in their position before they just, come at them in a certain tone.
Yeah. Well,
so that I would beg people to don't call unless you really can tone it down and be very understanding.
Yeah, but again, like, let's say someone's already been scammed and you know that they've been scammed. If you call them, okay, yeah, sure, you could potentially, if you go at it the wrong way, you could make them feel worse. But if you're still conveying information to them that's helpful, you still could be helping them, regardless of, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, the point is to help people. And yeah, some people are going to be better at it and do it more tactfully, more patiently than others. But as long as we get the message across, to me, that's what matters the most, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Raz and BB and Biggest Dickus. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not watching today at all.
And then, also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, and I saw some posts, like on some things about like, don't do this without, like some, like don't maybe try to hack without Jim's permission or whatever. Not Jim saying that, but like some other people were saying that. I mean, in my opinion is, again, nobody owns scam baiting. There's no rules in scam baiting. It's vigilante. You don't, it might be against the law, so that's up to you. You need to know the law, but you don't need to ask anybody's permission. So I'm just putting that out there. If anybody feels intimidated because of posts like that, and you know how to do that and you want to, you don't have to ask anyone's permission because nobody owns scam baiting, So,
right.
Just my opinion.
Now,
there's no rules in scam baiting.
I would work together with people, though. I mean, if somebody called me, if I was somebody who hooks up to virtual machines and deletes files, and and all that stuff. And somebody called me and said, hey, I'm watching this call center. Please do not mess with them for a little while because I'm trying to gather information. I think I would probably step back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure, but that's
Maybe.
your choice. Like, we don't have to tell other people what to do. You know what I mean?
Never.
Like,
Never. I would never say, don't do this, don't do that. If somebody called me and said, hey, this particular call center that you're calling, if you're planning on doing something, can you at least wait because I'm very close to getting some names and locations and things like that, then I would say, okay, I'll step back and thank you for calling me. But as a rule, I'm not going to say I'm not going to mess with them because only people that should be messing with them are these people. No, that's ridiculous. Everybody's got a right to mess with them, and we only have time is of the essence. You can't sit here and play politics and hurt people's feelings and things like that. You're talking about saving people. Sometimes a couple seconds is all you have.
Right. And I mean, that would be like you telling me, like, CJ, you're not good at trolling. You need to just only let me troll. I'm an expert. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm not good at trolling compared to you. But like, that would be ridiculous for me to call you and ask you, like, oh, do you mind if I troll this person today? That's kind of like what some people are doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no one way to do something. You know, I get those hate comments all the time, like, well, you're not doing this, and this person does it like this. Why aren't you like this? And I'm like, why don't you go watch that person then? What are you doing on my channel?
Okay, well, I'll get off my soapbox now. I know when I get on my soapbox, it always causes trouble for me. So, we'll fully expect everyone to desub for me today. We will.
I'm so sorry. I went outside for a second, and it's so loud out here. So I know you're probably getting ready to play my video, and then we'll speak with somebody who's got a very heartbreaking story, and we're going to let her just talk and tell her story, and then we'll go from there.
Yep, so let's take our tape break, and then when we come back, we will be talking to a recent scam victim about her experience. So y'all stay tuned with us. Or not. You don't have to.
Enjoy the
not
puppet
telling
show.
anyone what to do. But let's take our take break, and we'll be right back.
3, 2, 1. I will fuck your mother. Like and subscribe.
Thank you for calling Chime Support. This is Jay. How may I help you?
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I really need some help over here. I need a refund on this puppet show business. I can't go to a puppet show by myself. It's weird anyway. I don't know why she ever got me tickets to this stupid thing. Can you help me?
Yes, sir. I will more than happy to help you,
Oh,
sir.
thank you. That's good news. Yeah, go ahead, please.
And how much is the amount, sir?
It's like $700. I don't know why they're charging so much for a puppet show, but I can't be going to this puppet show. She's nuts. Who am I, Mr. Rogers? I don't like puppets. This is ridiculous.
That's fine, sir. Please be relaxed, calm down. I will help you.
Well, I'm ready to send back the tickets and this girl. I want them all out of my life.
Sir, and do you have a Chime app on your phone?
Do I have a what?
Do you have a Chime application on your phone?
I don't have Chime. I know what that is, though. Is that how you refund money?
No. How you paid that?
How I paid for the tickets? I don't know. She bought them for me. It was a gift. But she left me, and now I'm stuck with 2 tickets. And what am I going to do, sit in a puppet show? It's ridiculous. Those things creep me out. Little crazy bastards running around with funny-looking hats on, and they attack each other. It's scary. Would you go to a puppet show by yourself? Would you go to a puppet show? You know how stupid I'll look?
I understand, sir. Okay. Just tell me, sir, what type of cell phone do you use? Is Android or iPhone?
I have all. I have Apple, Android, Banana. I got them all. Cherry. You name it, I got it.
What you're talking about, sir?
Any kind of phone. I have them all. I have so many phones. Do you know who I am?
Who you are?
Oh, Midanam Raj Patel. Hey, I love phones. I have so many different numbers. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be calling you back from all of them today, okay? Samjha? Go ahead, please. That's the end of that conversation.
Thanks for calling the division. My name is Pablo. How can I help you?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I gotta back out. I can't do this. I thought I could originally, but I just can't do it. I'm too nervous.
What happened, sir?
I have a bad feeling about tonight. I mean, I was prepared. I just can't do it. Everyone's gonna have to do it without me.
So what is your concern?
Oh, I think I'm talking to somebody different. I made plans with somebody, and I got to back out. That's my concern. I don't want Samir or VJ to be upset with me. You know what I mean? Hello?
No, sir.
Well, I'm having second thoughts right now. I don't know if you can like walk me through it. I don't feel like we have the best plan. I feel like it's dangerous. There's too much police around, and plus there's not even a lot of money at the puppet show. Why would we ever rob a puppet show? It's ridiculous, right? It's absurd.
Where you called?
It's insane. I'm sorry?
Sir, where you called?
I'm calling you right now. I was hoping to speak to, I don't know, Samir or VJ, but I know that they don't work a lot, and they pull these jobs, and what they did is they invited me to come along tonight.
Sir,
yeah, go ahead.
Listen to me. This is the reservation department.
Oh, you're working at the reservation department right now, right?
Yeah.
So
reservation department of airline.
For where? What airline did I call?
Sir, this is the reservation desk of all major airlines.
Now, you realize that there's nothing like that exists, right? That's like a scammer. Like the scammers in New Delhi say that.
Thank you for calling reservation. You are speaking with Mac. How can I help you?
कौन है? आपका नाम क्या है?
My name is Mac.
Oh, okay. आपसे मिलकर अच्छा लगा. Yeah, मेरा नाम Raj Patel है. I was just speaking with a very nice gentleman. We had a nice conversation in Hindi, and he was letting me know that you guys are like pretty much in that Delhi area, right? Hello?
Hello, sir. Are you not comfortable? Are you not comfortable in English?
क्या कहा?
Are you not comfortable in English?
Oh, yeah, I'm very comfortable, sir. क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll speak English with you. Yeah, I thought I was doing you a favor because the other guy said...
Actually, sir, the thing is that I speak English and Spanish only.
Okay, let's talk Spanish then. Okay, yeah, podemos en español si quieres. That's the end of that conversation.
How can I help you?
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me okay? There's a lot of noise on your end.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. I'm just wondering if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, even I can hear you, but there's a lot of noise in your background. Is this Microsoft or no?
Yeah, just said Microsoft.
Okay, let's get down to business. There's a lot going on we need to discuss, no? A lot. Go ahead, please.
Okay.
Are you in front of the computer right now?
Yes.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Do you see that little key in the bottom left-hand corner? It looks like a little flag. Can you press that? Don't you say goodbye?
Thank you for calling Support. This is Kevin. How may I help you today?
Kevin, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
You sound weird, though. There's something going on in the phone line. You sound like, I don't know, Sanjay Skywalker. Can you help me? Is this Microsoft?
Yes, this is Microsoft, sir. Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you better, but it still sounds like you have some very bad phones. What's going on in Microsoft in India? They don't give you guys a good budget? You can't get phones in India?
Can you come again? I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. Your mom said the same thing to me last night. I understand. Do you understand me? Samjha?
What are you talking about, sir?
I'm talking about you.
Sir, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about you. Is this Microsoft?
Yes, this is Microsoft, sir.
Okay, and you're the Indian chapter, right? You guys are in India.
No, I am in Washington, sir.
Oh, how do you like it? You want to talk about Washington? I'm from Washington. Let's talk about it. You know any good fun spots to go? I'm new here.
You are not Washington. You are not in Washington.
How do you know where I am? You don't know anything about me, Gandu. Mera naam Raj Patel hai. For all you know, I'm in New Delhi. Aap kahan se hai?
Sorry, what's my name you said?
I don't know your name. Tumhara asli naam kya hai?
What's my name you said?
I don't know your name. Tumhara asli naam kya hai?
You just told.
Kya kaha?
What are you talking? Which language is this?
Oh, it's not like you don't have a very thick Indian accent, right? I mean, you only speak English, right?
That's correct.
Right. How many people really do you fool with that? Are you really that stupid that you think people believe that? Or do you think that they're that stupid that they're going to believe you? Either way, you're a fucking loser, Gandu. Get a job. And learn how to lie correctly, okay?
Fuck you, bastard.
Oh, why are you so upset? Something I said? You don't want to be friends? That's the end of that conversation. He does not want to be friends.
Thank you for calling PayPal support. This side Stella Morgan. How can I help you today?
I'm hoping you can help me. I really need my money back. I cannot go to this puppet show. It's ridiculous that she even bought tickets to this thing. I'm not going, though. I don't know what you're going to do, but I need a refund. ASAP, please.
Calm down, sir. Calm down.
No, I'm very excited. I'm very heated at the moment. I don't know why she went out and got tickets to a puppet show. Who's going to like going to a puppet show? It doesn't even sound fun, right? Would you want to go to a puppet show?
Don't worry, sir. I can help you for that.
I need my money back. I need my money back. Every single penny of these tickets. Because she bought the tickets, right? Okay, so it's really her money. But listen, she left me. She ran off with Samir. I don't know where she is now. I'm sitting here with 2 tickets and 2 cats, and everything's just wrong in my life. And now she expects me to go to a puppet show by myself? I want my money. Well, her money. Give me her money.
Don't worry, sir. I can help you for that.
Thank you.
Sure, sir.
Thank you so much. What are you doing? What are you doing on the weekend? What are you doing on the weekend? Do you want to go to a puppet show?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just take the money back. Give me my money.
Can I know the concern of this call?
I thought I've been telling you the concern. My concern is I'm stuck now in a studio apartment with 2 crazy animals, Fisher cats, they're vicious, and 2 tickets to a puppet show. I wouldn't be caught dead in a puppet show.
Alright.
Ridiculous. It doesn't even sound like fun, right?
Sir, do you need any help from the PayPal support or not?
I need my money back. She purchased them through PayPal. It's got to be easy to refund them. Right?
Alright.
Then refund me my money. What are you doing? What's alright? What's alright? I want my money. Give me my money.
Do you receive any alert message on your phone or not?
I didn't receive anything on my phone. All I know is she got 2 tickets. Everything was fine. I made one stupid joke, and then she takes off with Samir, and who knows what they're doing. I don't know. But now I'm stuck here with 2 cats, Fisher cats, mind you. They're very dangerous, and 2 tickets to a puppet show. Ridiculous. My life sucks. Give me my money back. You're talking about alerts on my phone. Meanwhile, I need money. Give me my money. No alerts. I don't need alerts. I need money.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I will help you for that. Stay connected firstly.
Okay. Yeah, please hurry.
Yes.
I don't think she's coming back. Just a guess. She's not coming back.
Yeah, hey, how can I help you? This is Chris speaking.
Hey, buddy, I want to get my money back, okay? I'm not going to be going to this puppet show. She left me. What am I going to do with 2 tickets to a puppet show? Can I get my money back?
Oh, you could just give me the tickets if you want.
Okay.
Go for free.
You want the tickets? You want to go to a puppet show?
What sort of puppet show is that?
It's just a puppet show. I don't know. It's stupid. I don't even know why she got me these things. I'm not going to sit through 2 hours of little puppets dancing around, fighting each other. They're weird. They creep me out. Can I get my money back?
I mean, you asked the sponsor.
Give me the address, then. I'll mail you the tickets. Don't you say goodbye? Puppet show.
Yep.
Puppet show. You want those tickets?
I mean, do I have to pay for it?
No, I'll mail them to you. Give me the address. Akahasehe.
How about you figure that out? Thank you.
You're the one who wants the tickets, Gandu. Don't you say goodbye? Puppet show. The puppet show. Do you want the tickets or not? Puppet show. Puppet show. Puppet show. Puppet show, you fuck. Puppet show.
देखो मेरा नंबर कैसे मिला बैंचोद? Don't worry, you are Raj Patel. I am a Bap Patel. You are Raj Patel. I am a Bap Patel. I am a king of India.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again, okay?
Puppet show.
I have no idea. Puppet show. Who knows?
Puppet
I've never been
show.
to a puppet show.
Everyone that I talk to today, I'm just going to scream at the puppet show.
Actually, that was the longest interaction I actually had with Synergy. I call those scumbags. You've heard me complain about them. I hate them. I very rarely get any interaction out of that group of scammers. They normally just hang up. That was the first person who actually entertained my nonsense. So it wasn't that long, but I got a conversation out of him at least.
Thank you so much, Biggest Dickus. He said, puppet show.
Well, thank you, Biggest Dickus. No longer Lupo.
Yeah, really appreciate that.
I could probably get into a puppet show. I've never been to one. I have no idea where these things come from. I have no idea.
Have those?
I must dream about puppets or something. There's a movie out there called Puppet Master, and those puppets freak me out ever since I saw that movie. Like they're alive and they kill people. That's the only time I've really have knowledge about puppets.
The only thing I think of when I think of puppets is what's that show on Comedy Central with the puppets and they do the prank calls?
Oh, the crank anchors.
Yeah, crank anchors. That's what I think of when I hear puppets.
Yeah, that was good. I used to like some of that. Some of their comedy was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That one guy, Special Ed, I think. The puppet show, yay!
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know that show. I remember I watched a couple of those episodes.
Okay, we're gonna call our friend and we're gonna ask her about her experience. And if you want a longer, what's the word I want to say? Sorry, I can't think of it.
Conversation.
Yeah, longer conversation with her. You could check out Pecan's channel. I don't know, has he posted it yet? His long interview with her?
No, I think Pecan has a channel. Somebody can post his link, and he's been very. He lives not far from our guest and has gotten to know her and her family. They're working together, and they're trying to do what they can. It's one of those scams that come out of Nigeria. We'll let her tell the story. But Pecan had a long hour and a half conversation with her that she was very forthcoming about everything. And he's going to post the whole conversation on his channel as a premiere, I believe, tonight. I don't know if he's in our chat. He can mention the time and all that. If not, we'll post his link and just please check out throughout the day because we only have a certain amount of time to talk. But like CJ said, for a more in-depth understanding of what she's been through, this is just an hors d'oeuvre of what's to come. So please go check out Pecan's channel tonight or tomorrow. I don't. It premieres later today. Care Bear said.
Okay. Does anyone know what time it premieres?
Anybody knows? You can just put that in the chat. Everybody's watching chat, I believe.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Central Time.
What is that?
So now you really need a calculator because that's like right in the middle.
I said, what is that in U.S. time?
Yeah, right. Nobody does Central Time. Well, Texas actually is on Central Time, right? So
I don't know.
I believe it's only an hour difference from us. So that would be 5 o'clock Eastern Time, I believe.
Okay. I pinned the link to his channel, and Betty's also going to be posting the link to the video, so y'all just go hit the notification, and then you can hear the whole story, but we're going to have a sample of it now. We did, like Pecan encouraged us to have her on today, so we're not stealing anything from him because he wanted to make sure that the story got out, which we really appreciate everything he's done for her and the fact that he wants the story to get out. He's not making it like just about him or anything, you know, like, oh, she's my guest. He wants everyone to know what happened to her. So we really appreciate that. So let's give her a call and see if we can get her on the phone. Yeah, thanks, Annie. Great to see you. How are you today?
Hello?
Hello, this is
Hello.
Taking CJ.
Hi, CJ. Hi, Take. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
How are you?
I'm really good. I mean, I always have to be good.
That's great.
That's the only way to be, right?
I'm so honored to be here with you guys.
Yeah, so great to have you. Thank you so much for sharing your story with everyone. Hopefully it'll help some people.
Is what my intention is. I mean, I felt so embarrassed, and I felt the worst people in the world, but for some reason this happened to me, and I don't want to be quiet. I want all the people can save. I mean, I can't believe how hard it's been for us, for my family, but I'm here ready to fight.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I have to thank Betty
we talked
because...
before. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Pardon me? Betty was...
Yeah, go ahead, please.
She trusts me. I'm sorry, it's because it's breaking up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Are you back together?
Pardon me?
Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, I was just saying we talked a couple times over the last week or two on the phone, and you know, we always want to be really sensitive when there's stories like yours. I mean, yours is a major story, and it's amazing that you have the attitude of, I've been through hell, it's been a nightmare, but I'm going to come out and tell the story, and maybe I can save some people from falling from the same thing, because a lot of people do fall for this type of thing. So we definitely welcome you and appreciate everything that you're going to talk about. And, you know, let's just go back to how this happened to you. I mean, it's your show. You can talk freely about everything that happened. If you could bring us back to, like, what was the first thing that happened that led to you losing what you lost?
Okay. I had a friend, she was really sick, and I was expecting a phone call. And I was busy fixing some stuff in the phone, and somebody called me, and I thought it was her family to tell me the bad news. And I was so busy, and they asked me my phone number, and I gave my phone number in Facebook. I figured I was a daughter, and she tried to contact me. And soon I give the phone number, on my Facebook and my phone started acting crazy. That was about 2 years ago. And then I start seeing my phone, it was jumping around. Sometimes I was doing something, and I was like, oh, it's weird. Anyway, and time passed, and I can see all my families and friends start saying, Rosa, something happened with your phone. You're still sending me some messages, some invitations, pictures, nudie pictures and stuff like that. And you know, we start making fun of it and say, well, try to fix it. I would try to fix it on my side, whatever. And then I received a phone call of a little girl, 16-year-old girl, telling me about some woman I met years ago when I guess for the first time to the United States. And, you know, sometimes it's hard for people to learn last name and be American name. I couldn't remember her last name. I don't remember her name, but I know her last name. And she was telling me her mom passed away, and she needed help because her and her brother was alone, and dad was in Iraq. He was a commander with a fake number. Commander Dennis Matthew was supposed to be the name, but that was a fake name. And she needed to contact him, and because she's a minor, she needed help. And because the mom, the dad, they some kind of problem they have, and they don't have nobody to contact the dad. And I said, okay. She told me really legit stories. I believe her, and I started looking for the dad. Finally, about 2-3 weeks, I found him. I'm like, wow. And I started talking to him, and he started saying, thank you to help me with the kids, whatever. And at the time I was having a hard time because my husband, he started getting seizures so bad. And 2 times he almost passed away in my arms. And I was so scared. And then he started telling me, hey, Mary, you maybe you need my help. Are we able to help you? Please help me with my kids. I need to go back. And, well, I don't want to bore people. Finally, he ended and say, Rosa, I would be retired 6 months ago, whatever. And they asked me to start fighting again. I want to get retired. I need your help. Can you please help me with that? And then what should I do? You need to fill out some documents. And I said, why you don't ask the daughter? And then the daughter says, it's minor. He cannot fill out the document. Blah, 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 month to month. He comes back and says, okay. And they send me some documents, and I have to put my full name, my social security number, everything. And I was like, I will not put the social security number. And they have those little dots, like when you fill out social security numbers, and then you put a number and start disappearing. And I said, okay, that's okay. Well, they have all information on me. And then he being scared, talking to me, tried to make me feel better because he knew how sick was my husband. He knew I was blind. I was getting worse by the day. And then he say, I will be there. I will help you. Maybe God put us together to help each other. Please help my kids, blah, blah, blah. Well, finally, he asked me for $15,000. I sent $50,000. He promised me he would pay me back. And I said, okay. I mean, he was asking me for probably a month for that $15,000. Finally, I lost the money. And I told my husband, I said, I have to talk to my husband about this. My husband started talking to him. I started talking to him. He signed some documents, and he said he would pay with interest, all fake. We didn't know what's fake. My husband asked him for some proof of identification. He sent a passport with his picture and all the information. Everything fake. We didn't know what's fake. My husband gets sicker and he couldn't work anymore. The doctor don't let him work anymore. So dangerous. And, well, we have a little bit of money in the bank, and we said, well, we finished fixing our house, and we can see, well, we put a business or something. We went to the bank, and he asked more money. When he gets the airplane, because we was waiting for him, like in a Friday, like in 3 days. He flew to Cyprus, and then he sent me, say, hey, Mary, I have a problem here, and they accusing me, then they find drugs on me, and he's going to jail. And to be able to pay up, he needs $150,000. We didn't know what to do because we already sent about $50,000, and he get a lawyer over there. The lawyer sent documents. My husband made him promise, and everything would be okay. We signed some documents. The lawyer signed documents. Everything looked good. And a surprise, we find out it was just they took our money. We called the police. We called FBI. We called Interpol. We called the FCC. Everything, name it. And finally, I don't know, there was so stressed, my husband and me fighting. I get to the point that we were getting to divorce. I mean, I asked for divorce, and I was upset. I said, what is the love he always told me he has to me? I mean, it was so awful.
Wow. And this all started from an email, right? And then it became a Facebook thing where you gave somebody your personal phone number, and they got some information about you and kind of used that to enhance their lives. Is that correct?
That's right. And the problem is we trust everything and all documents. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, please.
So, and then, so my question would be, I mean, you just hit us with a lot. There was a lot of things in there. So it sounds like they were asking you for a little bit of money at first because it was for a child who, like, there was an issue there, and then it became something else, and they kept asking for more money in increments, right? It wasn't all one lump sum. Right. And what would the total be that they those scumbags ended up taking from you?
Well, if we see how much money we send, probably will be about, I don't know, probably about 200,000. But because we took the money out of the bank before my husband retired, we have to pay a penalty. Plus, somebody need to borrow the money, and the house we was already paid for. We owe this person probably about 50,000. I mean, we just a rough estimate is about around 300,000, probably more.
Right, and so more. I mean, this money that you took out to help these people, or you thought you were helping them, that was coming from some kind of investment or retirement plan, right?
Yes, that's right.
So
my husband had like a year to go to retire. And we don't have to pay taxes after the year. You know, you get some age in your life, and the government said you don't have to pay taxes in that age, but don't take the money before that. Well, we took it about a year before, and now we need to pay taxes this year. And I estimate it will be about 50,000 in taxes.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, it was a retirement plan, so you had like a 10% on that money plus other taxes. Anybody who's ever cashed out a 401k plan early knows the painful taxes that you get hit with. So you have to add that into the whole total, and that's how you get to, 300,000, right?
Right. And also we have a contract with the bank that will not move in the money, and if we move the money before, that will be a penalty. And we have a lawyer try to help us, and we don't know exactly what it is exactly. But we think about 50,000. Yeah.
And did you report it to the police? Did you report this all to the police?
Oh, yeah. The first thing we did, we find out, we report the police and everything. And then I started looking for help on the internet. And I find out all this part of scam. And then this guy started falling in love for me. And I told my husband, I say, you know what, don't see my messages. I don't want you to read it, because I will start playing with this guy to hold it as long as I can and to find somebody to chase the phone call or whatever. All the police say, just hang up and get out of there. And I say, no, I have to find where it's coming from. And I took, probably I hold him about 4 or 6 more months, talking and making stories, because he was waiting up for 60,000 more and whatever. And finally, I find the real man of the picture. I call him, I talk to him, and he say, I'm sorry, nothing I can do. It's not the first time that happens, and probably 2-3 times a year I receive messages, then somebody get my picture and whatever, and I just felt so lonely, and I started sending messages to Trilogy, CJ, everybody, name it. And I understand everybody busy, so many people need help. And finally an angel answered my phone, and she started helping me, and then she sent me to Pecan and then Fake and to you guys. And I want to done with this. I want to people talk to the police, and only the police, because the police sometimes don't do anything. And now I find that a lawyer in Nigeria, He's a legit lawyer. He's fighting with scammers and everybody over there. That means I have the names, 92 names, scammers' name, the ones in a group they stole from me. 5 of them was directly took the money from me, and they waiting for court. And I told my lawyer, and I say, well, it's a lot of people in the United States. They think that was from Indians, from Nigerians, and I say it's a lot of good people around the world. It's not just bad people in the United States, good people, Mexico, name it. And I said, let's help the good people. And they're looking for a job. Well, what better to help to bait scammers? And the lawyer is willing to help us to finish with the scams. I already spoke with him. He say, we fight together, talk to the scambaiters, we see what we can do. And if somebody, I start from Nigeria, and we'll see what happens.
So what makes this case a little different, it's of course it's an unfortunate case. It's terrible. But what separates you from all the other romance scams, all the people that you hear about that get scammed, you know exactly who this guy is, who did this, right?
Yes.
And that's frustrating.
Pardon me?
I mean, it must be frustrating. We know exactly who it is. We know where he lives. We know what kind of house this idiot's living in, how rich he is. It's my understanding that he's been in trouble before, right? And he gets out with $100 fine. But, I mean, we know exactly who he is, right?
Yeah, $160 fine. Unbelievable.
So it sounds like you're making progress, though. I mean, more progress than anyone I've ever known. Very few people ever catch the person who does this type of thing to them. And it sounds like you're on your way, although there'll be some problems along the way because it's international and you're dealing with this, or that. But you have a lawyer and you know the person who did this horrible thing.
Yes, I know. And also, I will like to all the scambaiters from different countries, if they want to get to my story, I would be able to help. I want to do it in Spanish and different languages. I don't care if I have to learn another language. I'm tired of this. You don't know how much my family got hurt. Getting to the point, when this happens to me, I was getting to the point that now what I'm doing here. I mean, I'm breathing some oxygen don't belong to me. I don't want to live anymore. I mean, I never thought to kill myself because my faith, always my faith, and I believe in God, put everybody together and to get this guy. And I start thinking and say, probably this happens to me for a reason. Maybe he wanted me to start making noise and help more people. And that's why I say, well, yes, I'm ashamed what I did. And somebody reminded me yesterday, you should shame. Well, yeah, he made me cry or whatever. But you know what? I cry a bit. But let me tell you one thing. I don't break myself. I mean, I can be tough to myself, but soon I get a little bit of faith. It's just I go up and I don't care. I'm ready to fight. And if there's a lot of people around the world want to help me, I will be working with them. I have some plans to help people. I want to go to each school to get the teenagers, explain my case, explain so many things to help the elders, go to the retirement home because they're not YouTubers. They don't know about all this stuff. Yeah. I want to start talking and make noise. I want to make noise. I don't care if people start talking bad about me and if they think I'm the worst wife ever. I don't care. I have to keep going.
That's amazing.
Nobody thinks that.
Pardon me, CJ, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I just said nobody thinks that. We just feel really bad that this happened to you.
Well, a friend of, supposed to be friend of my family, he told me yesterday I should be ashamed to public all this because I put first and other people besides put my family first, and should I be ashamed? And I felt terrible, and then my husband, don't worry about it. I mean, and I said, what people noisy? I mean, I thought they are my friends. And
Right.
also my husband told me, you are doing more than I couldn't do. Keep going and let's go and this is a test. Yeah, we fought. We have a hard time. Let's go show everybody what kind of people are we. And that's what I tried to do.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Well, it's a story of perseverance because, I mean, you've been through a horrific ordeal, obviously, and just listening to your spirit and your enthusiasm to get out and help people, and your plan now to talk with schools and retirement homes, and you're part of the scam baiting community. You have all these new friends. I mean, we don't always notice why things happen as they're happening to us, right? And it's easier said than done when you're going through a terrible situation. Things happen for a reason. And it sounds like you found your purpose, and it's a terrible, terrible thing. But I think that there's some silver lining, and you're going to make a huge difference in other people's lives. You're taking a very bad situation and you're turning it into positive. So nothing to be ashamed about. I mean, people need to commend you for coming out with this. A lot of people would just not say anything because of embarrassment or humiliation or whatever, and you're just the opposite. You're using this as a way to do something so it doesn't happen to other people because you know the pain that it caused you. It's a tremendous quality. I mean, not very many people have that, so hats off to you for doing that. We love you.
Yeah.
I love you too, guys, so much. You don't believe that. I mean, you changed my life, and let me tell you what is a good thing about all this. I find out a really, really, really good friends, and also I find out Mr. and Mrs. Pecan, best friend now, and oh my
God,
you're
very close with
they
them,
are
it seems
adorable.
like.
I love them so much.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, and if you've ever heard Pecan talk with scammers, I mean, the rage and people sometimes, you know, they'll diss the ragers like myself or Pecan Head or a few others that just rage and yell, but it comes from the heart. Anytime you hear Pecan talking to somebody, it's coming from the heart. Like, you really just want to stop these people from hurting other people. So you couldn't be in better hands, you know. You're very close to them. You're like an hour or two away. You share some meals. You get to know each other. It's great. You guys are all together and you're friends, and you couldn't ask for better friends. Pecan has been a good friend to us from day one in this community. So
he's helping me. He's helping me to get a little bit of GoFundMe, and then my husband asked me yesterday, say, okay, what about if we get some money from the lawsuit and everything from Nigeria? What we do with that money? I say, let me tell you what we do. If we get the money back and we still have the money for people donated, I will use that money especially to help people if they get scammed, to go to school and teach kids and teenagers. And I will definitely separate the money. I will not use that money anymore, and let's go start a campaign for do something. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, and I think Pecan Head is probably going to talk about that more on his channel tonight. But if you had to give advice to anybody, what would the advice be about how other people can avoid this?
I never think about it, but I fall in love for really easy for people. You know, I love Pecan, I love Take, I love a lot of people. I mean, I have to be a little bit malicious and think, what if it's not for real? What if something is wrong? I told my husband, if somebody needs help and they need money, I don't want to borrow the money. I want to give $20 or whatever I can and say, I cannot help you anymore. Because that was really heartbreaking to almost finish with my life, with my relation with my husband, with my kid. It's bad. It's bad. Just don't click anything. If somebody call you, hang up, and then you call to the phone you have or something, but don't give no more information. Or call the police before that and figure it out. Or call somebody you know from scambaiters and say, hey, this guy is legit. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Now, so did you not know about scam baiting before this happened? I mean, I forgot when we started talking with each other in comments on videos and in our little show here, but was that like the event that kind of brought you into this scam baiting world?
I never knew about this kind of scam. I know it's a lot of scams go around, and you know, I always try to be careful, and that will never happen to me, blah, 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 blah. Well, that happens to me. I never hear about these romance scams or this type of scam. And so that happens to me. I start looking on YouTube for help. Here I start listening and watching some videos and try to find out, and it's how I know. That's how I knew I was already in a big trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And now I'm a YouTuber now. I'm everywhere.
Yeah, you're famous.
You're everywhere. I mean, I see you. We share the mornings together. It's like, don't you ever sleep? Well, don't you ever sleep? You know, it's like, we comment all the time.
Yeah, and I was so funny that they can call me sweetheart, and you say, don't tell you that it's from nobody else.
Well, listen, I'm confused half the time. I'm a crazy old person without my calculator. I see a comment, it's in the middle of the night, and it says, sweetie, and I'm thinking Pecan's talking to me, so I'm like, shh, don't call me sweetie in public, but he's talking to you. So I apologize for that whole incident.
Dang, I missed something exciting.
That was so funny. I laughed when I was reading it. I mean, I couldn't stop laughing. And I have to thank you for that, because sometimes I have a hard time, and I like to listen to you, and then you laugh and made me laugh, and then I told my husband, look what happened, and I started laughing like a crazy. Thank you so much, guys, for everything you're doing. I really
thank you.
appreciate it.
I mean, thank you for telling your story. I mean, and it just sums it up how people should be, and it's easier said than done. But you're going through a horrific ordeal, and instead you're thinking of others and how you could save other people. It's a rare quality. I'm telling you, it's rare. I mean, you really need to take a bow. Not many people would tell that story, let alone have a plan to go out and help people not go through what they went through. So
it hurts
we love
me,
you.
and I'm nervous, and I'm shaking right now because I know a lot of people are listening to me. But you know what? I don't care anymore. I mean, I just want to speak up, and I want people to listen what I'm saying and listen to more people around. And I thought maybe because you send message to scambaiters and you say, oh, it's another message. Why you don't classify when the scammer is on? You know, like somebody's getting scammed right now in this moment. You have information, number 1, number 2, this happened last week, number 3, this happened last year. Something like this, people can choose what is the more emergency to look at it and see what can happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry, my English is not really well. I'm trying to explain something, but maybe
we can do the whole thing in Spanish if you want. That'll be a test to me.
Then I get
really
confused with English and Spanish.
So, I mean, and that's a whole nother interesting story that one day I want to talk about. You know, you were in Mexico for a lot of your life, right?
Yes.
And we've talked, and we don't need to talk about it now because we're focusing on the event that happened. But I'd be curious to talk to you either off air or on the show one day about that whole thing, coming from Mexico, being an immigrant to the United States. That's a whole another story in itself. I mean, you've had a very interesting life. And again, the moral of this story here is you went through a terrible, terrible experience, and you're down, but you're not out. You're coming back fighting, and it's like now that there's one more baiter to mess with these scumbags, and you're going to get your revenge, and you're also going to help people not get scammed, and you're going to save other people from not going through what you went through. There's so many little stories in this great big story here. So I just I'm taken aback by your perseverance. I really am. A lot of people would have just given up, and they do, and you chose not to.
Let me tell you another thing. I'm praying for the scammers. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
They say, how are you praying for the scammers? Well, because they need mercy, and I will not have mercy for them.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can put a scammer down, we don't have no mercy. Only God can give him mercy, and we don't have no mercy at all to put the scammers down.
To put them down.
Not at all.
Yeah, and the scammers are completely devoid of any care or love in their hearts for other human beings. I mean, it's really sad if you really focus on it. Like, in order to do something like this that they did to you, they had to literally be almost like empty, with no heart or care or concern for you at all. And what kind of horrible, miserable life that must be, where you don't care literally about any person or anything but yourself. Like, you're so filled with greed. That's a very miserable life. So it is sad if you concentrate on them. Not that you should feel sorry for them, but when you think about it, it's very sad, the life they live. It's sad.
Well, I believe in karma.
Yeah.
And karma will be getting them. Yeah, they will. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, it's whether it's in Nigeria or India or the United States, people have excuses. They can rationalize anything, and a lot of these people, or Jamaica, I mean, and these are all great countries where there's tons of jobs, although I get that there's a problem trying to live the dream and be extra rich in certain countries because maybe the average salary is a lot lower. They can still survive, though. That doesn't mean you go out and hurt people. So no matter where these people are, these scammers, if they're scamming in India, they're scamming in Nigeria, they're scamming in Jamaica, they're going to be scamming anywhere. Anywhere. It's just who they are. It's like we have criminals here in America, too, and they choose the easy way out to hurt people. They choose not to go through the school or to learn a trade, and it's easier for them to say, nobody likes me, nobody's giving me a job, I'm going to go be a thug. It's just a sad cycle. But I have no remorse for these people that hurt other people because their situation is not what they think that they deserve. End of story. So I have no mercy, no compassion. I know a lot of them say, well, are you going to give me a job? And I say, yeah, we'll give you a job. You can make $1,000 a month, giving us information or whatever. And it's got to lead to things. And they say, well, that's not enough. What do you mean it's not enough? The average rent where you are is $200 a month. I don't make 5 times the rent.
Right.
Even when I was working a great job, I didn't make. If my rent was $1,500 a month, say, I don't have my calculator now, but I know I wasn't making $7,000 a month. You know, these people just want big money, and they want it quick, and they want to hurt people instead of taking the harder way out, which is working hard, and then you become something later. They don't have that knowledge or passion or anything, so they're going to do it in any country. So.
Yeah, you know what hurts me the most? See my husband is struggling, go and deliver donuts right now for $20, and the whole day, and he has his own career. He's 35 years in his career, and he never stopped working. He never asked permission to stay home. He worked all his life, and now he feels embarrassed because he cannot work anymore, and now he's delivering donuts for $20. That's so bad. I see him how depressed he gets. He almost cries, and I mean, that's so depressive. I mean, it's just I feel so bad. But eventually everything will be better. I know that. I know that for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to add something else? Hello?
I mean, we can ask tons of questions. We're going to run out of time, but
yeah.
You have a very long story, and I heard some of it. It's amazing, and you're going to be the star of Pecan's premiere tonight or today. I forgot what time it was already. I don't want to say the time.
I think it's 4 o'clock.
It was a weird time, Central time. What's that?
Yeah, 4 o'clock Houston time.
4 o'clock Houston time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have to find my calculator by then so I don't miss it. What?
I said, what time is that in the U.S.?
Yeah. Last time I checked, Houston was part of our beautiful country. But yeah, what I was saying is, I mean, you have a long story, and I think you get into more detail there. And this was like an hors d'oeuvre for what's to come. And I think you hit on all the spots. You told your story. You told what you're going to do. And I think you told us some key issues. Maybe we can get a little bit more into what to look for. I mean, it was through emails, right? It was, I mean, was it perfect English, or were you saying that your English isn't great, so maybe you didn't catch some things? Because I think the other guests that we've had on have talked about that.
That was a message from Facebook, yeah. That was a message.
Oh, Facebook, too.
Yeah. Facebook messages are very dangerous.
Right. Yeah, we've had other people on before that have fell victim to Facebook.
That's our girl we had on last year.
Like that.
She got scammed because of Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And also, I mean, Facebook is. I think more people are careful now than they were in the past, but I still think people could be more careful on Facebook. I don't get on Facebook really, but I mean. It used to be everybody's updating what they're doing, what they bought, what they're wearing, and they want to show everybody that they used to be friends with how successful they are and what they're doing every single day. What they're doing is they're letting scammers know more knowledge about them, whether they know it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've had people contact me before and say, hey, we used to work together at so-and-so because they learned that from my Facebook details. You know, I'm very bad at getting back to people in messages anyway. Anybody who's friends with me on Instagram or on Discord knows I'm just bad at messages. But I have been they've tried to scam me before through Facebook. So I would tell everyone, be very careful what you're putting out. Plus,
they send an invitation because in my family, they receive invitations from me in Facebook or Instagram. And they say it's me, and what they do is just call me directly and say, no, it wasn't me, don't accept it, and it's what they're doing too.
Yeah. And Raz and I, we haven't talked about it since, but we've both been working on trying to understand the tax laws. I still haven't verified this, but I did have another victim tell me that they actually read off. Did this just happen in 2023, right? Or did it happen in 2020, at the end of 2022?
22.
Oh, at the end of 2022.
Yeah,
okay.
I cannot write out the taxes. Maybe that was the year before. The government will be able to waive the taxes, but no, not this time.
Oh, okay.
Some kind of new law or something. I've been with lawyers everywhere.
Yeah. Raz and I are kind of looking into that because I actually, and again, y'all, I haven't verified this, so don't quote me. Like, we're working on trying to understand it. But another victim had told me that she got scammed from an investment scam where it was a scam, and because it was an act of fraud, she could actually ride that amount off. She rode I guess that's the right word, the tax that off on her taxes. So I didn't know if that was something you had ridden. I don't know.
Written.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my calculator,
yeah,
but I don't think you used road in that sentence.
Yeah, road. I don't know. Anyway, see me, I can't even make fun of scammers for their English because I can't speak it either. But
something really important I find out is a law sign from different countries. They call RICO. If somebody gets scammed from their own country, I mean, if the United States scams somebody from India or whatever place, United States have to be the one paying to that person. And it's a RICO law. I don't understand too much about it, but I'll be talking to lawyers, and it's one of the ways that we sue these people from Nigeria, also from RICO. If they don't have the money, the country have to be responsible to pay or do something. But I don't know how that works. I don't know even what that means.
Yeah. Well, if you guys know anyone, yeah, it sounds like, so this kind of started in 2021, unfortunately. But if you guys do run into anyone else, do ask them to at least consult, like Raz says, consult a tax attorney and see what you can do. But yeah, unfortunately, if it was in 2021, you might not be able to now. That's a shame.
I already found out it's not.
Yeah,
not anymore.
Sorry about that. That sucks. So
Well,
I know it's hard. I know you kind of talked about it some, but the main thing that the scammers don't consider or they don't care is not just the financial loss, but there's a lot of emotional damage that being scammed causes. Do you think?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I get it to the point that when it was in the morning, I don't want to even open my eyes. I just want to lay down and just never wake up. I get into that point, but and then I start praying and say, just God help me and let's go for it. I mean, I have to hang in somebody, and what is the best to hang just in God and my faith and keep going and fight. I don't have no choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that's getting better for you, as far as emotionally, especially with Pecan Head in your life. I mean, how can you not laugh at him?
all of you guys,
Yeah.
and I will be YouTuber forever, believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime I'm feeling bad about myself, I look to see if Pecan Head's available to talk. He always cheers me up. So.
Yeah.
He said me something about you.
What's that?
Oh my gosh. He said something about you. Then if you don't laugh talking to Take Twice, something's wrong. Is what he told me. That.
Depends on what kind of mood Take is in.
Right.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
He's rarely in a bad mood, but
I'm pretty consistent.
Yeah.
So.
Agree.
Yeah. Anyways, it's just I don't want to. I can keep talking, but I know that will be out of time pretty soon. I don't know, guys.
We're getting there, but I mean, there's this one thing I wanted to really harp on, and I was talking this, I think, with Di the Flu the other day. You really want to hone in on people that speak only Spanish. You, Betty, I mean, Betty's this is a great baiter as well, but I mean, so many people get scammed that don't speak English. And they're getting scammed in our country with whether it's deportation threats or the IRS scams or, Amazon, whatever it is. I think that there's a huge opportunity to still spread awareness to people that only speak Spanish. So I think you hit on that a little bit.
I have to talk to Dale.
I would really
I have to talk to Dale about it.
What's that?
Sorry.
What?
Go ahead, please.
I would really harp in on that. It's such a great idea, and there's a need for it, and there's a need for everything that you said. But sometimes we have so many ideas, we don't do anything. So if there's ever one idea that you're going to run with, I think that one could save a ton of people, and I would be looking forward to hearing it. And there's a lot of people that speak Spanish that are a part of this community. I think that there's a lot more work that can be done with spreading awareness to the people that only speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
that reminds me, I might could use you because I'm in the middle of editing a video where I use Google Translate to talk to this man in Spanish, but now I don't remember what I even typed in the Google Translate. So maybe you could translate
I can
it
help
for
you.
me.
Yep. So whatever you need, I will be here. You have my phone number.
Thank you so much. That's so kind of you.
Anytime. Anytime.
But yeah, that's why it's really important that we try to stop these scams in progress, because it's not just that they lose money, although that's devastating. I mean, anytime anyone feels victimized, it really can cause a lot of emotional damage, obviously. You know, it's just like people that get mugged. It's not really about the fact that they lost their purse, because they can recoup that. It's about the trauma of being victimized, and that's definitely what we want to avoid for people. And we're really sorry that you went through this. I wish so much that we could go back in time and change that for you, because you definitely didn't deserve it, and I'm just really sorry that this happened to you. I know that's not much comfort, but
That's
I don't
okay.
really know
Thank
what
you.
else to say.
Don't worry about it. I'm happy that happens because now I need you and we can work together. If you want me to help you?
Yeah, I do.
Mhm.
So that
I
would be
will.
great.
I will be happy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to hear your full conversation with Pecan Head, because I think you guys get into even more details about everything that happened, and plus all of us won't be quite so tired as we are now, because I feel like we might have missed things because we're all so tired because it's so early. But we're so glad that you found us and reached out to us, and that you and Pecan had bonded. I'm really happy for that.
4 p.m.
so much, and
U.S.
thank you for having
Central
me there.
Time.
What's that?
4 p.m. Texas time.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you break up for a minute. Yeah. Houston time.
Yep. And that, like as CJ said, that's definitely the United States.
That's right.
That's
thank you for having me in there, and I appreciate it, and love for everyone, each people. They helping a lot of people and helping me, and I love all.
Yeah, we love
Well,
you.
thank you very much.
And it's still a work in progress, so if you have any bad days, don't be too hard on yourself. Just try to keep going, having your positive attitude, and then just reach out to me. I'm sure you have Pecan Head. I'm sure he bothers you a lot. So
I know. I wish he bothered me more because they are adorable. I mean, him and Mrs. Pecan, they are wonderful people.
That's great. Well, if you ever need anything else, please reach out to us. We're definitely here for you. But everyone go support her by going to Pecan. I'm getting northern on you. Pecans. Yeah.
Pecan Head. Pecan Head. Head.
Pecan Head.
Pecan Head. There you go.
Yeah, stream today, and also there'll be more information about how to help her financially if you would like to on Pecan's channel. So make sure you go sub and watch out for that. But thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, we really appreciate you stopping by.
That will be 2 videos. Today is number 1, and he had another video also, a following video.
Awesome. Well, I'll make sure to share it as soon as I can later. I work in the afternoons, but as soon as I can, I'll share it to my channel too, so we can try to get as much exposure as we can and help somebody else from having to go through it,
And everything happens with my case and the lawyer or everything. I will guys let you know how these things go, and hopefully everything is going well, and maybe he can help more people in the United States to take cases.
before you go, let me ask you one very personal question. You don't need to answer this if you don't want to. But I received a picture of some kind of amazing pastry or cake that you. Is that something you made?
No, I bought it. And I love. That's my favorite cake. Tres leches cake.
Okay.
Cute.
I mean, the picture, it was better than porn. I was looking at this picture that was sent to me, and I was like, oh, my goodness, that's the greatest cake I've ever seen. And then there's also, I heard that you make like an amazing lasagna, and I don't know if there's a way to get it to New York.
My husband made the lasagna. My husband, he has Italian blood, and he made the lasagna. He make a wonderful lasagna.
Okay, so we need to find somebody that works for like 1 hour shipping from Texas to New York. I don't know if that's been invented yet, but I definitely want to try that lasagna.
We find a way. Maybe you can come visit us, and we can scambait it over here, and also eating lasagna and tres leches cake.
There you go.
Or just an idea. Maybe we can meet halfway in New York City.
Yeah, that's how.
Oh, you know what? My husband's family is in Chicago. We can go to Chicago, and after Chicago, we go fly to New York.
Just tell
Yeah,
Tate
exactly.
To
and
get
halfway between Chicago and New York is New York City.
Yeah. Quit being so lazy and get your butt up and go somewhere, Take.
Actually, I don't have my calculator, so I might be off by a couple thousand miles. But anyway, thank you so much. You're awesome. I'm so happy to know you. What you're doing is amazing. Thank you so much for coming on. I think I've already said everything that needs to be said. I think you know that you're awesome. Everybody loves you.
Are.
So thank you so much.
And thank you, have my heart in the good way. You have my heart.
Yeah.
In the good way. I don't want Pecan get jealous. In the good way.
Yeah.
I love Pecan.
He's always jealous of me, so he's used to it. It's all good.
Well, I just watched chat for the first time all day, and Microsoft Certified Trainer had the greatest idea. If you do meet me halfway in New York, I will definitely be taking you to a puppet show.
And Mexico is a lot of puppet shows. If you want to see it over there, maybe I can find somebody to give you a show.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. I love it.
Yep.
Well, we have to. It's a plan now.
Well, thank you so much, and we will definitely be in touch in the future, and we'll see you at 5:00 for the premiere.
4:00. 4:00 Texas time.
5:00 Eastern time.
That's right.
Yeah. And we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Betty. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody. Pecan, everybody.
Yep.
DJ.
Yep.
All right. Que tenga un buen día.
Okay. Firmly.
Igualmente.
Gracias.
Anytime, just contact me, okay?
How do you say I'll see you later in Spanish?
Hasta luego.
Okie, we do that.
Hasta luego.
Okay, bye. Hasta luego. Bye-bye.
Bye.
De melengue. Bye.
Ciao, amiga. Ciao.
Adiós, amigo. Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right. Hasta luego.
Bye. That reminded me of when we were in middle school. I don't know what boys were like in middle school, but girls in middle school were like, okay, well, bye. And then the other girl would be like, okay, see you later. And then you'd be like, bye. And then it's just like back and forth for like 10 minutes of who's going to hang up. You know. But thank you again so much to Mary for joining us. Really loved having her on. And again, please check out Pecan. But I would like to at least try one, because I'm pissed off. I would love to hear one attempt at rage before we go, or at least nonsense or whatever you feel like doing, because I hate these guys now.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm always ready. But then, you probably don't have your calculator with you. What time now is that going to be in Australian time? Because we have a lot of people that come to, for whatever reason, we're very friendly with them, or they're friendly with us, I should say. We don't deserve their love as much, but Yeah, a lot of people in Australia, and you have to break up time zones because we don't know where people are. Sydney's on a different time zone than Perth.
Next Friday or something in Australia. Aren't they like days ahead of us?
So that means Pecan Head's premiere with Mary will be yesterday.
Right.
Okay. So
I don't know.
what can I tell you? Find yourself a DeLorean, look it up. I don't know, but it's definitely go sub to Pecan's channel, and then I think that the YouTube's smart enough in that way where it tells you what time it is, and it would be your time, right?
Yeah, it's in 7 hours from right this minute. In exactly 7 hours. So whatever time it is, get your calculator out, add 7, and then here we are. Oh my gosh.
And what's the square root of 5?
Microsoft says it's midnight where he is. I had no idea. It was
right, because they just had daylight savings time, I think, a couple days ago. So they went back an extra hour. So the people that come to our little stream that are from Australia are really up late because it starts like the midnight usually there.
Wow.
I don't know. Anyway, get me a scammer to yell at.
Please, just help me get it out of my system because I'm very upset.
Absolutely.
Let me try this one that emailed me yesterday. They'll answer now.
Number you have dialed is not in.
Okay, let's try this pop-up one.
Why'd you hang up so fast? I was going to rage at her.
Let's try this pop-up one.
Thank you for calling support. How can I help you today?
Hello? Who is this? Is this Microsoft?
Yeah, yes, sir. This is Microsoft. How can I help you?
Are you sure it's definitely the Microsoft? I feel like I don't know what's going on there. Did I call like a Bollywood Star Wars? What's going on? Talk to me, you dumb bitch.
Okay. You just need to go and fuck yourself.
I will. That sounds fun. Thank you. But then I'll call you right back.
See, she sounded so sweet and innocent until she turned on you.
That's exactly what I was saying before we started speaking with our guest. The Microsoft scammers, they have like all these girls working there now, and they speak English, and they sound so nice and sweet, yet they'll rob $200,000 from you like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So no compassion.
Right. Pecan.
Plus, her mouth is crazy. Why does she have to say those mean things to me? That's not nice at all.
Yeah. And Pecan, stop looking at it that way because the more subs you have, the more people will see it long term, and then the more help you can give her. So you should stop saying that it's not about you don't want subs because it is gonna help her if you have more subs. So boom.
Yeah, we went through that the other day. The more subs, the more views. So please, everybody, subscribe to Pecan Head, whether he wants you to or not.
Okay, let's see if we get the same girl back.
Thank you for calling support. My name is Jack. How can I help you today?
Mr. Off, is this Microsoft?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Is this Microsoft?
Yes, sir, this is. How can I help you?
Well, it's Microsoft, right? You didn't say that again.
Hello?
Can you say that, please, so I know?
Yes, this is Microsoft.
Okay, that feels good saying that, right? Everybody needs a dream, you stupid fuck. Why don't you get a job and stop hurting people? Talk to me, you dumb fool. Talk to me. Hello.
Oh, thank you so much, Asha. Appreciate the remembership.
Oh, thank you. He doesn't want to talk.
I don't know why.
I don't know. Something I said. You want to do one more?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to him?
Sure. Let me ask him if he knows about the suicide and how he feels about that.
Get spicy on him. Let's hear CJ get spicy.
I'm too mad to be spicy.
Thank you for dialing support. This side Daisy. How can I help you?
Daisy?
Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
Somebody yesterday committed suicide because of a Microsoft scam. Was that your fault? And if so, how do you live with yourself? That somebody today could commit suicide because of you. If you don't believe me, look at the Times of India. That's where I got the article from. They committed suicide after a Microsoft scammer took their money. See, she don't care.
She doesn't want to hear it.
No.
Unless maybe you got to her. You never know. Maybe she hung in there. Normally they'll say, what are you talking about? I work for Microsoft. You never know. Maybe it's processing in her brain. Call her back from a different number and I'll say the same thing.
Okay. Sometimes when I get so mad, I can't even yell because I just want to, cry or something. I don't know. I'm very weird, I know. And that's how mad I am right now. I can't even yell at anyone. I'm so mad. I'm the opposite of you.
While we connect your call.
Yeah, connect this.
Thank you for calling support. This is Richard. How can I help you?
Dick, I don't want to talk with you. I was looking for Daisy. Is Daisy there?
I'm sorry?
Oh, no, I don't want to talk about your mother. Sorry. I want to speak with Daisy, please. Samjha? Samjha, you fucking loser? Hello? Are you getting Daisy? That's the polite version of me. I know you're there, Gandu.
Daisy is not there. How? I'm sorry?
Oh, yeah, is Daisy not there?
Daisy is not here at this moment. I can just have a
okay,
word
can you
with
help me with a
let know
problem?
How can I help you?
Can you help me with a problem?
Sure, I can.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to figure out a couple of things over here. I'm in front of my computer, right? You with me so far?
Okay. Yes.
All right. The next problem is I'm trying to figure out why you're so stupid. Why are you so stupid that you would sit there and pretend to work at Microsoft? Talk to me.
Sir, if you think that way, why did you give us a call at the first place?
Well, you just answered your own question. I think like that. That's why I called you in the first place. Samjha?
Sir, if you don't want to help, then you can just hang up the call.
I'm not going to hang up. I want an answer from you. Why do you think it's okay to sit there and pretend to work at Microsoft and steal from innocent people and get them to kill themselves? Why is that okay?
Sir, you have reached Microsoft.
But you know it's not Microsoft, so answer my question. Either
It is
way,
Microsoft.
we both know you don't work at Microsoft.
Supporting.
The result is you're pretending to work at Microsoft and you're getting people to hurt themselves. You stupid fuck. Samjha?
I'm not pretending anything here.
Of course you're pretending there. I can ask you, do you really want to embarrass yourself right now, Gandu? Do you want me to ask you a couple questions about Microsoft? I know more about Microsoft than you do. You're a dumb fuck.
He's gone.
Yeah, I figured that would do it.
All right, well, we could do this all day.
Oh, and I will.
Yeah. I got that number from B's post from yesterday, so if anybody wants to call, you can check her post up. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like fired up, but I also feel kind of sad. So it's just a sad thing. the victims, and then it's a sad thing, that suicide, so it's just sad. So hopefully we can ruin someone's day today and stop a scam. That's what I'm hoping happens. Oh, I do have one quick announcement. Tomorrow I'm having a special stream on Twitch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. I might even I'm probably gonna let some people come on if they want to participate in the challenge. But I have a list of quotes, and I'm going to be trying to work the quotes into a conversation with scammers. And I'll also give, if somebody would like to come up and work in a quote, if we can work it into the storyline, I'll be doing that. So it's going to be a fun, challenging bait. So please come tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. It'll be in the morning, sometime around 10, around this time tomorrow on Twitch. And, yeah, it's a baiting challenge where I'm going to try to work in as many quotes. The quotes all came from one famous person. I'm not going to tell you who till tomorrow. So please come tomorrow to Twitch in the morning. The only reason I won't do it is if I can't get a scammer on the line, but I'll still probably stream and tell you so you can hear me struggle to get a scammer on the line. But
oh, that's creative. So all the quotes came from one famous person.
Yes.
Mike Tyson?
Does Mike Tyson even have quotes? I don't even think of
listen,
anything he's ever
go back
said.
and watch all the Mike Tyson videos and watch how many times he says, go ahead, please.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so, no, that's a great idea you got. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So
different,
please come.
creative.
Thank you. So please come tomorrow, because all like the last few days, Peter and I have been like kind of prepping so that we have all the quotes we can put on the screen and stuff. So, you know, when I'm doing a quote, not just talking out, you know, saying something random. So it should be fun. And then, like I said, I'm also hope to have some characters on. If anybody wants to come on and play a character and try to work in a quote, I think that would be awesome. So that should be tomorrow around this time. So just follow me on Twitch and have your notifications on and be watching for me.
Yep. Awesome. I'll try my best to be there. 10 o'clock Eastern time, you're saying?
Yeah, Eastern time in the United. I think that's U.S. time too.
Speaking of time zones and calculators, I think that there's a holiday coming up. Isn't Easter Sunday?
Yeah.
This Sunday?
Yeah, so happy Easter to everyone.
Happy Easter, everybody, if you celebrate Easter.
I do.
And I believe that Friday is a very sacred day as well, before Easter, right?
Right. Yeah, so
I celebrate Easter, but I'm one of those posers that I just love Easter, but I don't know anything about religion really. But I think Friday is Good Friday, right?
Correct.
Yep. So enjoy your Good Friday and have a very good Easter.
Well, it's not really a day to enjoy. It's like the death of Jesus. So it's not really an enjoyable day. Sunday you can enjoy because that's the resurrection. But no, don't enjoy.
So have a terrible Friday. I mean, everybody should have a terrible Friday. Why is it called Good Friday then?
Yeah.
I mean, it should be called Bad Friday then, from what you're saying.
Yeah. But thank you.
I'll fix that problem. I'll fix it.
All right, you fix it. Thank you so much to Biggest Dickus ×3. We really appreciate the super chats today.
Thanks
That's
so much.
so kind of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much also to BB, Raz, and David Bryan. Thank you all so much. Everyone that resubbed or re-membershiped. I never know what to say on YouTube. As well as all the mods. Thank you all very, very much for all the support. We couldn't do it without you. We will be back on Tuesday. With I don't know who, maybe nobody, maybe just calling scammers, but we will be back on Tuesday.
Maybe scam.
Yeah, and Tuesday will be our only show next week because I'll be traveling. So please make sure you come on Tuesday and please go get some scammers today.
I will. Right after breakfast, I'm going to hit the phones and start calling them.
Great.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, thank you so much did you thank everybody for the super chats? Am I interrupting?
Yeah. No, I thanked everyone. Go ahead.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you to Mary for coming on and telling your story.
Yes.
Don't forget the premiere is on Pecan Head's channel at 4 o'clock. You'll hear a lot more of her. I know everybody loved hearing her story. So please go check her out. And again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Mary, for coming on, telling her story.
For sure.
Other than that, that's it.
Yep,
Have a great Sunday and a very bad Friday.
Yep, and we'll see you all at 5 o'clock U.S. time.
Yep, and then 10 in the morning, we'll see you bright and early for breakfast with CJ Scams on Twitch.
Yep. So love y'all. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of time waster you are.
You want people to empty their bank account.
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. You